guys, we're going to go through a recovery workout of the week now. So I've got about 10-15 minutes on the timer. We're just going to take time to go through some really nice stretches I've got them written down here. This is a hip and legs focused one, so looking at the comments and the workouts you've been getting stuck into, lots of running, cycling. Obviously we've got to make sure we're looking after the hips and legs as well. So we're just going to take your time, so find yourself some space, absolutely no rush. We're just going to take your time and get stuck in. So I want to start in your hands and knees position. We're going to come up into a Spider-Man position. From here, we're just going to spend a little bit of time moving left to right, stretching the hips out a little bit, feeling that stretch. And if you want to, you can start reaching through just a little bit, just to get that extra stretch. On the right hand side to the leg with the stretched out back. So just a few more, and then we're going to switch over onto the other side. Before I did this, I had to check whether the clocks had been changed. I was wondering what time it was. Obviously we lost our hour of bed today, but with everything the way it is, it doesn't feel quite the same. Just move right to left, stretch those hips out. You might feel it in this front leg as well, in the hamstring. Just rock back a little bit, stretch out. If you want to, start turning the body through, nice and gentle. Just stretching out that back hip, a couple more. A little bit more movement. Find that tight spots anywhere if you feel one side's a little bit tight than the other. So that there for me, hip flexor. I'm just going to spend a few more seconds stretching that out. Then come back. We're going to go back to the original side. And what we're going to try and do now is try and work our elbows down to the ground if we can. And just take some breaths there. If you need to, you can just come back up again and just drop down just that little bit. Just feel that stretch through the hips. Then you're going to come up and we're going to rock back, keeping the hands on the ground if you can, and then walk forward. Rock back. We do this for 4 rounds. 3. And 4. So let's go back to the right side again. So foot up, if you can, dropping those elbows down, feel that stretch. If you need to, push yourself back up and just sink into it a little bit. Spend a little bit of time there stretching out. Nice deep breaths. And start rocking back for 4 nice deep stretches. Feeling those hamstrings loosening off a little bit. Awesome. So, sit yourself up, open the shoulders out, feel that stretch across the front of your chest, squeeze the glutes, just stretch out back the other way after being hunched over. A few deep breaths. Just try and let everything go. What we're going to do now is we're going to come into a adductor rock back. So you're going to have one foot out to the side, and then from there you're going to rock back. So we've been working on the front of the hips up to now. Now this is going to target the adductors a little bit more. So just nice and smooth. 5 rock backs on each side. So with each rep, you might find you can just sink back in just that little bit more, and then switch onto the other side. Might need to just move yourself around a little bit, find yourself a bit of space. And just take your time. Hopefully getting a bit stretched out before bed will help you sleep better later. We're going to finish with some belly breathing again, just to help chill out, relax, get our bodies primed for new workouts and teaching week that start tomorrow. Go for one more rep on this side. Nice. So, come back through into that thumbs out, glutes 5 position. Just feel the stretch. Squeeze everything. Tuck the toes under. A few deep breaths. Okay, we're going to come into the hip flexor position now again, but we're going to keep ourselves upright and we're going to sink forward and come back. And we're going to do 8 on each side. Nice and smooth. Remember, tipping that pelvis back, keeping the glutes engaged, core tight, not letting the lower back round or arch too much, I should say. And then switch to the other side. You just feel the difference between left and right. I can feel already this side is much, much tighter. Probably need to spend a little bit more time on this side. So if you find one side needs a bit more work than the other, then just spend a bit more time on it. It doesn't always have to be even. I think often we get caught thinking we've got to do everything exactly the same on each side, but it's where you've got to listen to your body, work out what needs a little bit more attention, make sure you give it. Okay, we're going to go back to the other side now, but what you're going to do is rather than stepping forwards, you step out to about 45 degrees, and we're going to stretch out that way for 8 repetitions. Nice and smooth. Again, one side a little easier than the other, and spend some time on the tough side. Control that breathing. And then switch. Remember 45 degrees, point your toe out a little bit. Sinking across. I'm going for about 7-8 minutes now, so hopefully should be feeling a little bit more chilled out, hopefully a little bit more stretched out. Might be feeling a touch warmer as well. Obviously we're getting the muscles working, body waking up a little bit. Last one, really sink into it. And then sit yourself down. You're just going to have the feet lightly in front of you. This is one I'm really bad at, so you'll probably be much better at this than me. So grab your feet and just pull them in. Try and keep your posture up. And then just some gentle pressure with the elbows. Stretching out. Close your eyes if you want to. Nice deep breaths. Hold that for a couple more breaths. And then we're going to come into a 90-90 position. So 90 degrees at the front, and if you can, 90 degrees at the back. You then use that arm to push that knee to the floor and slowly sink in. And again, just relax into that stretch. Hold that other foot if you need to. A few nice deep breaths. Try and relax whatever you've got on in your mind, just let it go. Can, sinking a little bit further. Feel that stretch all the way through your glutes. And then slowly walk yourself back up. And we're going to switch and do the same on the other side. So this is much worse for me on this side, so I'm not going to get anywhere near as far, but I'm just going to spend a little bit more time stretching this side out. So if you're started on your weaker side, which is uncommon, we tend to always favour the strong side. Take your time just to lean in. If you can, sink down in, don't force it too much. A few deep breaths. And then walk yourself back out, swing the feet round. We're just going to do a few lying knee rocks to finish, and then we're going to do a little bit of belly breathing. So remember, sink yourself into the floor, really try and let everything relax, keeping the knees together and just slowly taking it from side to side. Stretch out that lower back, especially if you've been sat down a lot today or you have been out on a bike ride. That lower back's probably a bit achy and stiff. Just take time. Keep those knees together, really stretch out for a couple more reps on each side. And then bring them back to the middle. Take your feet apart a little bit. Now for this bit, you can straighten your legs completely out or just keep them up. I like to put my hands on top of my belly because for the next couple of minutes we just want to feel the belly rise with each breath. I'm going to be quiet now so you can just focus on your breathing. So feel free to stay there for a bit longer. I'm going to finish up, but any extra time you spend in that belly breathing position, just going to help you chill out a little bit. Make sure you get up nice and slowly. Just enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I'll see you all for Teaching Week tomorrow.